Walking. Take nature walks. Walking is so good for your mind, and my very favorite time to take a walk is right after rain. The fresh earth smells so beautiful, and the birds even sound different to me when I'm walking after a rain. It's quiet too. There's just something special about walking after a rain. I mean, I walk any other time too, but after rain is really special to me. Walk on a boardwalk or in a park, but really pay attention to what's around you, the nature, and I have read and I've been told to look far ahead as you're walking. Don't just look right in front. You might want to look right in front so you're not tripping on anything or stepping on things you shouldn't be stepping on, but look far and just notice the trees and the spaces between the trees and the sky and the clouds and all of that. You might not realize what it does, but it does do something for your psyche. So that's another good thing for your mind and your soul. If you live near a beach, go to the beach and walk. Just sit and listen to the sounds of the surf and the seagulls. Go boating if you're in an area where you can. Just being in the fresh air can revitalize you. I know living in Florida, I'm in the air conditioning a lot. We go from air-conditioned house to air-conditioned car to air-conditioned destination, especially in the summer. Well, even in the winter, everything is air-conditioned, but especially in the summer because it's so hot. It's really hard to spend too much time outside unless you're in the water. But that fresh air we really need, and it's good for us. Friends. Have fun with friends. Invite them to dinner. I love to entertain, so I love to have people over. Have everyone bring a dish if you can, so it's not, one huge task on anybody's shoulder. Everybody sort of participates in it. Play a card game with them or have a discussion. I heard someone say once at a talk that they have small dinner parties and they will ask a question and then everybody goes around the table discussing the answer to that question. So everybody is engaged at the same time and there's not a little conversation here and a little conversation there. But you can do this, at 6 or 8 or maybe even 10 at a table. But ask a pertinent question, something that's discussion worthy, and that will make it fun too. Keep your mind active. Do so with puzzles, brain teasers, crossword puzzles, Scrabble, computer games. Yoga and exercise are great too. Exercise can enhance the blood flow to the brain, even if it's going for, like I said earlier, brisk walk several times a week. Plan bridge or just for fun games with your grandchildren, with your children, with your friends when they come over, board games, chess. Just find something you like to do and then do it. When I go to visit my mother at the assisted living facility, she used to play a lot of cards, so her mind isn't all that great right now, but she does. I play solitaire with her, and she pretty much knows where they go. Not always, but it's something to keep her mind going. And that's, if you're alone, play solitaire. So you don't have any excuse. Even if you're alone, you can do that game. Learn new skills. Do something you've been wanting to do for a very long time, but you've been putting it off. If you learn a language, get CDs and play them in the car while you drive, around town, to and from your errands, or wherever you're going, to and from work. Put CDs of a language in the car. Study a musical instrument, take lessons, or teach yourself. And these activities also can challenge your mind, and they provide, just wonderful stimulation for your mind. And if you can paint and have that talent, do it. Even if you don't, if you don't know, you never know until you try. If you've never done it before, try it. You might discover a latent talent. Cook and bake. Some people like to do both, cook and bake. I'm one of those people. I like to do both. Some people like to only bake. Some people like to only cook. Some people don't like to do any of it. But I love being in my kitchen. So if you don't like being in your kitchen, that wouldn't be a good thing for your mind. I have a friend who says when she married her husband 30-some years ago, me no cook. Me clean, but me no cook. And so he knew that right from the start. And she doesn't like to cook. She doesn't like to be in her kitchen. She's one of the girls in our girls get together, where everybody is supposed to bring a dish. And I think she loves to be together with us, but it provides creates stress for her because she has to come up with a dish to bring. So anyway, that's not a good thing for her, but we love her company and she loves ours, so she makes an effort. It is, just find something that you like to do to enhance your, the workings of your brain. Keep in touch with those far away, either by email, but don't forward emails. I hate those forwarded emails. I mean, I shouldn't say hate, but it took away anything personal. I used to be a letter writer, and when emails got to be so popular, people would just send letters through email. And I would say, what more does it take to send a letter in the mail? I know it takes a lot longer for it to travel. You're not getting the news instantaneously. Oh, you've got to find an envelope, you've got to write it, you've got to print the paper out. My nieces, little cousins, younger cousins at the time would say that, people I used to keep in touch with. Then you've got to find an envelope and address it and put a stamp on it. Then you can carry it around with you for a while, and you've got to find a mailbox to put it in. And I thought, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that was that much effort for them. But in a way, it's really true. You do have to do all of that. Where an email, you just hit send and it's gone. So the person has the information instantaneously. However, that even stopped. Personal emails even stopped. And just the forwarded ones are now being sent. And I just don't have time to sit and read all those forwarded emails. I'd much, much rather get a personal email from someone than something forwarded. So if you did like to write, kind of restore that thing called letter writing. And actually, this is another thing too. The brain is more enhanced when you hand write a letter than when you type it. There's so many things that go on from the hand writing to the brain that we don't even know about. So, and people like to receive personal things in the mail, cards or letters. If you do it and you want to take that time and care, which I like to do when I'm sending something or a gift, make it pretty. It shows, it shows people that you care. I even make my own envelopes. I haven't made any lately, but I've made them in the past, and I have a whole box of handmade, homemade envelopes out of old calendar pages that are really pretty, or magazine pages, and I tuck a letter or a note or something in that. And it really makes a statement. The person receiving it likes it. The person getting it in the mail sees that it's not just another old piece of white something or other coming in the mail. Oh, there's something pretty here. I think I'll pull that out. And if you're going to a job interview or whatever, send, you're sending resumes or sending something really important that you want somebody to see, put it in a colored envelope, if nothing else. And you can buy those anywhere. You don't have to make them, but that's what I like to do. And if you do like to do that, then you can do about it. Think about it. And there are envelope templates that you can buy. I have 3. I have the long business envelope, and then the smaller letter envelope, and then there's even a tinier one, like a thank you note size. So I've made all 3 of them, and I love using them, and as I said, people love receiving them too. Make a new friend. Even if your social group is already strong, meeting new people can be a fun experience, and again, would stimulate your brain because you have new things to talk about with new people. Or you're hearing something new from them, and they're hearing your old stories maybe for the first time, and you get a different perspective on that. Touch is very important to our being as well. Give hugs, receive hugs, not just to anyone, but to those you love. Of course, some people don't like to be touched, so you have to have that sense of knowing whether it would be appropriate or not.